Hello, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome to the At Home Film Festival, and welcome to New York Fashion Week. I'm going to give you 7 movies all about fashion. Of course, you already know The Devil Wears Prada, so let's not talk about that one anymore. I have 7 movies you may have forgotten or don't know about. In fact, if you stick to the very end, I had to have some honorable mentions because this list was just too big for me. But let's take a look at the 7. Let's go now. Ready to Wear takes place during the Paris Fashion Week. So of course we need to include that on this list. You could rent it for a few dollars on Prime. This is one of the many great films by Robert Altman with so many cast members all talking at the same time all around. He's able to get so many great talents. He's got Julia Roberts, Tim Robbins, Cher makes an appearance. Oh my God, Linda Hunt. There's so many, Sophia Loren, Marcella Mastroianni. There's so many talented people in this film. And of course, it came out in Paris first. It was called Pret-à-Porter, which means ready to wear. I think they thought Americans wouldn't like that title or know what it means and think it's a foreign language film, which it's not. So they did switch to the literal translation of ready to wear. Oh, the endless cast of fashions. Oh my God, look at these people. Sally Kellerman, I love her. Oh, wow, this is like the fashion version of his Nashville film. Oh, gotta check it out. Oh, my love, my love. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Oh, it's a remake of a made-for-TV movie with Angela Lansbury, but Leslie Manville plays a housekeeper who works for all these rude people. She does it for money, and she finds this Christian Dior dress. The chic goes, oh my God, I need one, but it costs so much money. There she is finding it. So she goes to Paris to get one, not knowing the etiquette and the way people are treated around the fashion industry and models and fashion shows. She just wants to buy the damn dress. But oh, of course, she's so nice and likable that everybody, even the snobbiest people, fall in love with her like I do. Warning, don't watch this with me because I'm an ugly crier at the end. Ask my friend Carol. Oh my God, I love this movie. Just so everything isn't just lighthearted and fun, I decided to put The Eyes of Laura Mars on the list. You can find it on Tubi or for a few dollars on Prime. Oh, it's great fashion. It's violent fashion. It's ugly fashion. It's murderous fashion. And actually, murders do happen. Faye Dunaway plays a world-renowned photographer, and somehow she has this ability to see through the eyes of the killer as he's killing. And he's killing fashion models, and he's killing people in her life, and yet they all reflect some pictures she took that were overly violent. The police are wondering why these pictures look like unsolved murders. Is she a murderer? Is she a murderess? Sorry, a little nod to 9 to 5. But oh my God, I just love the fashion in this. I love the style of the photography of this movie. I just think it's super terrific, and I applaud you, Faye Dunaway, for doing it. Mahogany, which is also on Prime, was really a movie that I completely embraced in the 70s. It actually got panned by a lot of critics, but it made some money. It's got Diana Ross as a secretary who wants to be a fashion designer. That's her big dream. But of course, since she's Black, she's got to be a secretary. She doesn't have any business designing dresses, especially in a man's world. So she ends up becoming a famous model, and at some point then, she does get her dream come true. In fact, the dresses that Diana designs in this movie were actually designed by Diana. This has become a gay cult classic. I'm one of those many people that applaud it. And if you don't know, this is where that song, do you know where you're going to? Don't forget, if I were a singer, I'd have a job as a singer. So I will just stop there and see the next movie with you, okay? To me, House of Gucci proved that Lady Gaga is not a one-hit wonder as an actress. She won many, many awards for this film. Obviously, it's about Gucci because it's House of Gucci. She is so magnificent. Her Italian accent is spot on. I thought she was a front runner to be up for an Oscar, but alas, she got snubbed. And this time it really is a snub because this movie got no nominations. But with this great cast, this is a movie you definitely need to seek out. It's really, really good. Is it flawless? No. Because it's funny, it takes place in Italy, so why are they speaking English? Just saying. And it's a little long, but edit a little, take a bathroom break, and it won't seem that way. But I do really value this movie, and I think Lady Gaga should have actually won the Oscar for this, but she wasn't nominated, alas. Okay, this is quite a fun film, and it didn't do well with the critics, I must say. And I don't think even Rotten Tomatoes gave it a high rating. But Amy Schumer plays a woman who works at the online version of a famous makeup company. She dreams of working for the non-online. She dreams of working in the store where the creators are, but she's kind of a chubby girl and they kind of only look for hot ones, right? Well, she bumps her head, and when she wakes up, she thinks she's all this, that. She thinks she's all slender and beautiful and everyone's attracted to her. The point of the story too is you could be loved for who you are, whatever size you are, but her thinking everybody wants her because she's hot really just made this so funny. And Michelle Williams, who is one of my favorite actresses these days, is so terrific in this. She has this very weird, off-putting voice, which I really just thought it added so much to the film. Find it on Prime for a few dollars, yes. Oh my God, here's our last one. And that's why I had to have some runners-up and honorable mentions because I could not narrow it down to 7. But how could you not have The Women? It's on Pluto and a few dollars on Amazon. First of all, there's no men in the cast. So that's point 1 that's interesting. Number 2 is almost every woman in this movie tried out to be Scarlett O'Hara and lost the role because they had the same director. So he cast them in The Women. It's catty, it's cultish, it's fun, it's fashion amplified. It's got really great performances, very comical. The gays love it. It even became, although it's based upon a play, it became a more campy play called Jungle Red because of nail polish. In fact, a fun thing I want to show you about this movie is although it's black and white, they cut away to a fashion show in color. Fun.
Bonjour, mesdames, mesdemoiselles. It gives me great pleasure to be your cicerone on our adventurous little voyage into Fashionland. But today, ladies, as an innovation, you will see the models go through the rhythmic movement of everyday life, and you will be able to study the flow of the new line as it responds to the ever-changing flow of the female form divine. Et maintenant, our little peep into the coming season. And a glimpse of the future, too. Lumière, musique.
Well, that's our show of the week. I hope you share, come back and subscribe. As we leave, I'm going to take a quick look at some of our honorable mentions, like Zoolander here. I didn't put this on the list because every time it's on television, everybody watches it. You don't need my help, but very, very funny. We also have Made in Paris with Anne Margaret going to Paris with a lot of great fashions. This didn't make the list but it wasn't like the greatest movie. It was a little humdrumish, but I still liked it. And the fashions were all very good in this film, I must say. Totally worth it for that. And we have the movie Rhapsody with Elizabeth Taylor. It has nothing to do with the fashion world, but damn, her costumes were great in this movie. Every scene, she looks magnificent. The reason I cut this from the list is it really isn't about fashion, and I thought that should be more of a star of the movie, but she looks so good in every scene. Finally, we have the movie The Dressmaker with Kate Winslet. The only reason this is not on the list is because I've talked about this so many times. I think it's the first movie from Amazon Pictures. She should have been up for an Oscar as well as Judy Davis, and she plays a woman who designs fashion, but something happens in town to get her thrown out, and she comes back with a vengeance. And of course, we saw the hot Chris Hemsworth there. So what do you think of these movies? Let me know, comment below. I gave you more than 7. What fashion movie is your favorite from my list or one I forgot? Let me know. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Oh, look, she's from Succession.